What's up, everybody? Welcome to the MIRE. Keith Glock, Tim Bartholomew, Matt Pogue off camera as we are live. Franklin High School, as tonight your Montgomery Cougars take on the Warriors of Franklin. Timmy, it's good to be back with you, man. Way to hold it down last week.
Yeah, it's great to have you back. We were just talking before, and I was saying I don't bring the same level of excitement and enthusiasm as you do. So it's nice to have that. It'll be a welcomed return.
Well, I got to also tell you I'm excited because, and listen, obviously I have no problem poking fun at myself or, us as a global Montgomery because that's just what it is. Tonight, 0-4 Montgomery, 0-5 Franklin. With any luck, somebody's not going to lose.
Yeah,
all right?
Yeah, I mean, don't put the jinx on a tie here.
I know, right? I said that to Poke. I said, what if we, tied at 3 while we're on the ride here? Poke, how you doing over there, buddy?
Doing fantastic.
All right, we got everything going. Very, very, now, to be serious for a moment, the guys here at Franklin have been just fantastic for us.
Amazing.
Where this place is about a mile from the school, relatively. I'm being hyperbolic, obviously. So the Wi-Fi signal doesn't get itself out here, and we were doing everything off my phone, and, right, wrong, or indifferent, we were having some troubles, and they just came to our rescue with some, the wireless hotspot that they have. I mean, without them, we wouldn't be live right now, so we're super grateful to them, and we're just happy to be back, out on location here. I mean, things feeling a little bit more normal. A beautiful night for football in Franklin. Let's talk turkey, though, as they say. Last week, I know things got a little bit wonky with the statistics because of the sacks. And if you're wondering about that at home, we were obviously trying to keep track of Alex Benitez's rushing totals in his pursuit to break the school's all-time leading rushing record, which he did do. Needed 63 yards, got 77 by the time it was all said and done. In the NFL, when a quarterback gets sacked, that comes off the team passing totals. It doesn't come off any individual statistics. But when you keep statistics in high school, a sack comes off of the quarterback's rushing yards. So every time we took a couple of steps forward, it was like a couple of steps backwards, and then you guys broadcasting remotely. I really felt for you.
Yeah.
But, all that said, Alex Benitez, congratulations. Montgomery's all-time leading rusher, passing Yao Atse. Who, incidentally, after my interview with him, I didn't even realize he goes to my gym, and I see him every morning now at the gym.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
just like
one of those faces that you've seen 1,000 times but couldn't put the name with the face, and now all of a sudden you've done an interview with him, and now
morning after of the interview, before it even aired, I was walking out and he was walking in. He was like, "Yo," and I was like, "Hey, what's up, man? Like, good to see you." And he has promised us, and he promised me off the air, so I'm going to hold him accountable to this by mentioning it on the air now. Yeah. He promised us that he was going to stop by one of the next 3 home games and come on the air with us for a little while. And obviously he was doing this before anybody was even thinking of doing this stuff. That was what one of the things that brought him, away from Cornell football, because he started his first business, which was a podcasting production business.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
He's going to embarrass us. That's really what the long and the short of that is, and that's fine.
I might be against you bringing professionals in here.
So we should mention to continue down this Alex Benitez record train, the young man needs only 34 yards, and he will eclipse the 2,000 mark. And obviously, that'll just kind of be piling on to the totals that he already has. And, that's just, does it get any more impressive? 2,000 yards, man.
No, that's amazing. And that's what we were talking about yesterday, or not yesterday, last week. I don't have my pad and paper out this year. This game, I'm not going to be trying to keep track of the yards. We were close, though, Pogue.
Yeah.
We were close. We said...
You were close-ish.
We said 70 yards, but that's a close call. If we were to be unofficial, to be 7 yards different, I didn't want to make the proclamation and then have to take it back. So 2,000 yards in a career is amazing. And I think this game is going to be a good opportunity for him to get that maybe first quarter.
With any luck, it's. I continue to be impressed by him, but we're going to see some things that are a little bit different tonight. I know that we're about to break some news right here, and that's fine. Alex Benitez will not be playing quarterback tonight for the first time in 2 years. He's moving back to his native spot at running back, and Mike Schmelzer retransferring back from Notre Dame to Montgomery. He is going to get the start tonight at quarterback. hopefully things go well there for him. He is a very good athlete, and hopefully we don't need to make a change there. I talked to Zoran Milic about it this afternoon. He said, listen, don't rule out that you won't see Garrett Probaka because the competition between Schmelzer and Probaka they were kind of taking it through the week to see where they were going to go. The decision apparently was made that Benitez was going to move back to running back regardless, and whether it was just going to be Schmelzer or Probaka who took over there because they felt like it gave him a little bit more. Pogue, you able to move Benitez back now to running back. What does that do for you offensively?
Well, you have one happy person that gets to do what they are best at. I mean, he's a great quarterback, but we all know he's a better running back than he is a quarterback, which is saying something. And
then you bring Schmelzer into this, who's a pretty good athlete.
Yeah, I mean, I love this move for so many reasons, and I was after the game we were talking and we were saying this is probably where they should go for it because one, you put Benitez back in a more natural position for him. Two, you get a young kid experience at a position that they're going to have to play next year, and then three, now Benitez can play some defense. He's not restricted to only playing offense. So now you have a multitude of opportunities, and these two quarterbacks can throw the ball. It's not like they can't throw the ball. So, it's almost, I think that's more of their natural position. So we might see some more pocket throws. I think they'll start them out with some quick slants, some screen passes and things like that. But I love this move because I feel like at this point in the season, it's using your players to where they're best, and helping your team be as successful as possible.
I completely agree. I think Schmelzer brings that a little more of an element of a pocket passer, like you said. But he can move around too. I don't want to, put out there that he's a statue of any kind. It's not it. Brandon Fury told us earlier in the season, as we were talking off the air, that he expected Schmelzer to help somewhere, even if it wasn't at the quarterback position, and just as it's kind of developed, that is the place where he's going to be. He's going to be right now. So a good problem to have, I think, if you're Montgomery with these two sophomore quarterbacks. I know that both of them are probably battling every day, and they hate it probably a little bit more than we love it. But
well, it's like track. You know what I mean? Like you love having if you have two milers that are really good. You know what I mean? They're both going to push each other to be better because they want to be the best on the team.
Yeah.
So those two are going to have some competition and push each other to be the best athletes they can be. And then, I like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if one of them gets quarterback and then one of them finds a slot or a running back or something like that because your athletes are your athletes and you're going to find homes for them.
Always try to do that, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
right, yeah.
and I mean, just think about that. It's not even limited to high school football either.
No.
You think about the guys that make that transition constantly. There was Bill Polian thought Lamar Jackson should be a wide receiver.
Yeah.
When he got to the NFL, look at Logan Thomas on the Washington football team.
Yeah.
Your team, quarterback
IR.
At Virginia Tech, IR now, but he's coming back at some point.
4 weeks.
And in the parlance of our teenage cherubs, he just got the bag. You know what I mean? But as a tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah. To never having played there before, you got to the NFL.
I mean, I feel like that happens a lot of time, and I mean, I think actually high school it happens even more when a high school athlete transitions over to college. You see all these guys that were like passing champions in high school, and then all of a sudden they're running the slot. You know what I mean? Because they're an athlete and they're good, but they're just not good enough to do what that college team wants them to do at quarterback, or they have a better quarterback and they want their athletes to be able to produce. So
well, I mean, anybody that remembers playing NCAA football for PlayStation or Xbox, before it was banned, before the O'Bannon suit, and now obviously it's going to come back. But you played Dynasty mode, and you had to go through your recruiting classes. And who do you recruit? The guys that have ATH written next to their name, and you just figured, then the computer figured out a place to put them because they were athletes and they could play running back, receiver, quarterback, depending on what your team needed. That was where the computer would put them. So, maybe Montgomery going a little bit, EA Sports college football style on it, but we'll see. Montgomery is just coming out of the tunnel. We have about, we'll call it 8 minutes to go before kickoff. We'll step away for a couple of minutes as everybody gets set out on the field. We'll come back. We'll give you a little snippets on Franklin, and we'll have the national anthem. We're going to do it all before kickoff. Montgomery and Franklin, we are on the road, back together finally, away from my dining room, which is always a great thing.
I do miss Fozzie.
Yeah, I miss the Foz too.
Yeah.
But I got him some new toys, so he's okay
he's
by
good.
himself.
All right,
he's
as
all
long
good.
as he's good.
Just don't go anywhere. You like Fozzie, stay put.
Yeah.
You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to Franklin High School. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew. Excited for high school football on a Friday night as the captains head out for the coin toss. Let's talk a little bit about Franklin here. Their offensive personnel, Samuel Mattia is basically their team here. They run, and they run him a lot. I'm sorry, Kasim Ashford is their running back, or they run a lot. Sam Mattia, they have only attempted, I think, 28 passes in 5 games. And, you know, for better or worse, this could be another ground and pound game.
Yeah, I mean, last week we got to see a little bit. North Hunter didn't like to air it out, and they had a great deal of success with that. So I almost think that plays a little bit to our strength. A little ground and pound game. Our defense was doing a good job, you know, keeping the edges and making the stops in the backfield. So
yeah, I agree.
Well, yeah, that also means, Benitez gets the ball. So let's do more of that.
That's right. We'll see if we can try to keep track of his pursuit of 2,000 yards. Again, we joked about it in the open, but hopefully somebody's got to win this game. Hopefully, for either team, you're really just looking for some success, in either direction. So anyway, we're going to take a break because the national anthem's coming right up, and we'll be back with high school football at Franklin. Cougs and Warriors right after this. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to Franklin High School. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew, live on location here for the first time in a couple weeks. Timmy, there's some rosters for you.
Yeah.
Pogue, I know you don't care anyhow.
Yeah, I'll try.
Accuracy's optional. I understand. It's okay.
Just want to add the disclaimer that when I was panning, when you went to break, I was going to the flag because I thought we were staying.
See, that explains it.
Yeah.
Explains it.
When we went to break, they both, Pogue and Glock both started yelling at me, like, we can see you panning the camera.
No.
And I was like, yeah, man.
Suggesting
I was like, yeah, I know you can see me. I was trying to go to the American flag.
We're nicer to you than we are to Fury. So.
Oh, we crushed Fury the whole soccer game the other day.
Was he at the soccer game?
Oh, it was terrible. And we...
I feel like he probably has a strong knowledge of soccer.
Well, but he was doing the camera.
Oh,
so we were giving him about as hard a time as you could possibly get.
Was he using this awesome PlayStation controller?
No, not yet. We got PlayStation controllers instead of the iPad. We're leveling up, as they say.
Yeah, even though the technology is better, the person operating it might not be.
That's all right.
So,
Lawan Fair is going to tee it up for Franklin. And an onside kick to start things, and that is not good. Franklin all over it. You saw Montgomery do it a couple weeks ago, and they couldn't get it done. And tonight, Franklin does. It was their star, Kasim Ashford.
Wow, does a little bit of everything, and at the same time caught them asleep. They weren't expecting that at all.
A little auspicious start here, but let's.
Not so hot. So Sam Mattia will take over for Franklin to start things, and you talk about something working. That Montgomery caught completely unaware on that one. It'll be an offset eye, and the give is going to be to Ashford. He'll bounce it off the right side, and he is tackled by Pogue. You said it right there. Benitez streaks into the backfield, and he drops Ashford for a loss.
Making his presence known.
Wish I got to see him before the game. I bet the smile was as wide as you've ever seen.
It's like I get to hit somebody and not have to have the ball in my hand.
Zoran Milic talked to me about it, and how much Benitez likes to play coming downfield. And, that was because, I had said, hey, like, he's pretty quick we can't make him a safety. You know, I feel like he could be a pretty punishing safety. He said, not so great when the ball gets thrown over his head, but coming downfield, he's aces. Mattia this time will toss it out there to Ashford. And a great job to hold him up initially. And that looked like it was Sean Lee. Not that Sean Lee, the other Sean Lee, since retired from the Dallas Cowboys.
Is that a household name?
It should be. I mean, they're only the most popular team in America.
Get out of here. They're not the most popular team.
They are the
Used to be
most. They are the most highly valued franchise in the world.
Whoa.
Okay, and that was according to the Forbes valuation. So that was like 5.6 billion with a B. But if you put them up for sale, they'd get 30.
I love this camera. Look at Fury right there. Look at this guy.
Love the big uglies up front.
I love
It's
it.
a beautiful thing. 3rd down and 9. Montgomery did a good job of holding Ashford, and it'll be Mattia this time. He rolls to his left. Now he wants to throw back to his right over the middle, and that one is incomplete and through the hands of a receiver. That actually was a pretty well drawn up play, and it looked like Nassan Colson, the 6'2" senior, just lost track of it, and that's going to force a punt.
All right. I'll try to get better at this camera business, but
Not so hot just now?
I mean, you saw that it was incomplete.
All right. Listen,
That's a win. It's better. We can see numbers this week, you know.
whatever. Well, I got some faith in you.
Well, that's one of us.
Looks like it'll be Mattia back to punt it. He's got a sky to get it. He does get it off. And Montgomery's going to be able to, I thought they were going to be able to return it. But Jenkins instead lets it bounce. We know how I feel about that.
You think he should do it more?
Yep. Let it bounce.
Yep. You never know.
Jenkins, when you go back and watch this, just go catch the ball. Just catch the ball.
Throw a hand up.
Throw a
fair
hand up.
catch up. Then
Give us the old Carl Towns to Coach Grundy. Put a hand up. Just put a hand up. Fair catch that, baby. Instead, Montgomery's going to be backed up. Oh, man, we had a penalty of some kind?
It appears to
No.
be.
Yeah.
Then
And there you go.
we're gonna re-kick.
We're going to forget all that. We're going to re-kick it. Let's see if we learned anything off the last one.
We get a second chance.
Anybody, please feel free to tell me there's a flag next time because I'm an idiot not paying attention.
No one told me last week. You're on your own just like I was.
Last week you were in the dining room, okay?
Yeah. Exactly.
Really like the two stripes down the Montgomery pants on these unis. This time Jenkins does come up to get it, and he fields it at about the 25, tries to turn the corner, makes a man miss, and all in all, a pretty decent return, and that's a 26-yard difference in terms of field position, so that was a big penalty.
Yeah.
And we see what happens when you catch the ball in the air. So I guess it's better.
I should coach football.
And you know he does a great job on special teams because we watched the last couple games when, especially on kickoff, he's able to make some moves. So he wants to catch the ball whenever possible.
No doubt about it. And lest anyone think that I was like actually angry with him, that's just like been my pet peeve for 10 years. Is when we let things.
Oh no, guys! I mean, you couldn't see Glock, but he was angry. His face was all red.
Oh yeah. We get our first look at Mike Schmelzer, the sophomore quarterback.
Hail Mary.
Recently eligible. Here comes jet sweep with Jenkins, and it's going to be read option. Benitez is going to be met right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Three yards to go now for Benitez. Let's see if we can keep track of this verbally, since I know none of you are writing it down.
Yeah.
Good job.
I forgot my pencil.
Right.
Oh man, and I left the pad at home too.
Give again is to Benitez, and he is again met in the backfield, and he is going to be dropped back behind the 30-yard line. So forget everything I said.
What's it now? Come on, where's your count?
Yeah. How many? Minus
Come
how
on,
many?
minus-
35 now, as it's 3rd and 11.
See, you're already 3 yards off.
Not so easy.
Making
Not
fun of
so
me.
easy.
Well, if I had a pen and pencil, we would have been able to,
Well,
do it.
Tim had a pen and pencil, so I don't know.
I don't believe that he would have been able to. It's easy to say.
And it looks like we're going to get a timeout from Franklin. We'll actually, you know what? Look at Poe dropping a pen in my lap. Attaboy, Pogue.
Oh, Pogue. That's
It's
right.
the little things.
Money where your mouth is.
I was gonna.
Yeah. See,
Let's
are you going to
see it.
actually do a tally, or we're going to minus? What are we doing
What are we
here?
doing? What's the technique
Yeah.
here?
Well, I'm just going to write down how many he has to go, and then I'm going to be able to tell how many yards we get on a play and do some quick multiplication over here. Carry some zeros.
I hope you're not multiplying.
We didn't think about that one, Tim.
Yeah.
Write down what happened and then count. We
If
didn't
only
think
I
about
had thought
that.
about that. I mean,
Yeah.
he's already off because he said he's going to multiply. That's definitely not going to work.
This is the level of moron that I have to deal with all the time. For everybody out there, I want you to know that.
Hey, remember, you picked us.
Yeah. Yeah,
Listen,
right?
for the exorbitant salaries I pay you, you guys better shape up.
You're getting exactly the same. This is what you're getting.
This is what happens.
Getting what I pay for certain. We're just underway here on high school football on a Friday night at Franklin, Montgomery against the Warriors. 3rd down and 11. Mike Schmelzer will roll to his left. He's going to look, avoids, now throws deep down the field, and that is going to be incomplete. Nicely done on the backside.
He's showing off the arm, though. That was,
They tried a deep corner route, but Unisa Kamara was there to break it up.
I mean, I think it's still a good pass because, one, it was incomplete, but two, it shows that he's able to do it. You know what I mean? So now you have to, if your corners, you're not maybe playing up as tight as you used to be, because now hey, he can do it.
Yep.
I mean, there's not going to be much scouting report either, which is tough. So he has that surprise element working for him.
Cougs changing some protection at the line there, and Benitez sends it skyward. And that's going to bounce, and of course it takes a stinking Franklin bounce that time when somebody doesn't catch it. That kills me.
It's a good play. I mean, maybe you'll just kind of let it go. Maybe let it go.
Nope.
Nope. All right.
Not letting it go. Not letting
What
it
did that net
go.
like 9 yards? So that took a big bounce.
Yeah, not so hot on that, but 19 yards on the net for the punt. So here we go on 1st down for Franklin. And again, it's Ashford. He looks for the edge, and he makes a man miss. Nicest gain of the day for either team. We'll call it about 7. All right. What? All right. What?
Just tell me.
Just
Just
talk.
tell me.
Just talk.
Well,
folks.
this trying to at least not break the 4th wall. Oh, we got to zoom more, Tim. We got to zoom.
So here, okay, I'll zoom more.
Oh no!
All right.
Oh, we hit a nerve. It's too early.
If you zoom and move, it doesn't look good. But all right.
That looks lovely.
It does.
Yeah,
it looks great.
This is great. Now watch me move it.
Well, we'll see. Less is more, maybe. And our big boy Brandon Fury is going to get called for offside, and that's going to move the sticks.
See, watch what happens when I move and zoom.
I know you got it. Well, we didn't need you to move and zoom that time. We were already zoomed.
I get it. I was just showing you.
All right, Brandon, we forgive you.
I don't.
Yeah, well.
Brandon, you don't deserve that. How they treated you.
Give us to the up back that time, and that was Dante Makia.
I'm usually just an announcer. I get here, they're like, "Hey, have this PlayStation controller." I was a Nintendo guy.
2 buttons?
Yeah,
two buttons.
This
Two
has
buttons.
this has like 17 buttons on it.
You only used 2 of them.
Yeah. if you're doing it right,
That
there
makes
are
you feel any better.
Semantics.
Yeah, these are semantics. I'll tell you that. Some antics between all you guys.
That was clever.
Welcome to chaos here, folks. 2nd down and into the backfield was Montgomery, but Ashford still somehow on his feet, and he makes a yard out of what was -3.
I'm so bad. It was good. Good tackle by the defense. You could see
it's all
bits.
good.
You could see bits and pieces of it.
It's all good. And we're going to have another penalty on the play, so that's going to back up Franklin. Like, that feels like it looks lovely to me. Just go down a little bit, Tim. There, beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All right. So when they run, you don't want me to zoom in or nothing.
I think this is great.
All right.
Let's keep it simple.
Tim, you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
You're doing a great
Listen
job.
you got a master's degree in positivity over there, Pogue.
Yeah.
You're a counselor for something. Here's Mattia. He's going to throw. And it is complete out here to Mattia's left and stumbling down that time.
I know the defense did a great job on that play, but like, did you see how well I covered it? It was
You
really
did. See? Positive reinforcement.
Everybody
See what that does?
saw. Now I'm a professional. Get me a NFL Network. Where are you at?
All right, folks, I promise we're going to stop talking about the fact that we can pan the camera and actually start talking about the football game anytime now. Mashoud Babalola on the catch for Franklin, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 13. So, Montgomery able to play ahead of the sticks, which is what they love. Well, what any defense loves, really. Mattia, again, is going to look to throw. He'll roll, and he uncorks it. It is caught complete, and it is going to be short of the 1st down at about the 32-yard line, but this is now turned into go-for-it territory.
Gotta love how many yellow jerseys are around the ball as soon as he's catching it.
Yeah.
Nassan Colson on the reception.
They're flying to the ball, but it's kind of funny because Glock was before like saying how mostly they run. They've only attempted 28 passes, and now they've already had like 4 passes, 3 for completions.
Well, maybe they, took a peek at what happened last week at North Hunterdon and said, this might be something we can take advantage of. Ashford will go into the pistol, and it's a bad snap. Mattia's got to go up and get it, and he's going to uncork one deep up the left side toward the end zone, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown. How about that? What a great throw and catch. And on the receiving end of it, again, was Mashoud Babalola, and just like that, on 4th down, Franklin connects.
That's tough. You're so focused on, let's just protect the sticks. We're trying not to give up the 1st down, and then, over the top is open.
32 yards. Sam Mattia to Mashoud Babalola, and the Warriors have jumped out on top. A weird angling kick is no good from Fairlawan, so the score will remain 6-0, but that is about as big a conversion as you could hope for. I mean, they obviously saw something on film that they said, we have a matchup out here with Babalola. 6'1", 171-pound senior.
I mean, just the fact that you start the game with an onside kick on 4th down, you're going for the end zone. It seems like they're just willing to open up the entire playbook.
I gotta wonder if, and we can look this up, Pogue. Maybe you can effort this while we're doing this. See what Babalola's stats were on the season, because he's not on the offensive personnel chart. And that, and if he's just coming back from something, that might be why, Zoran Milic said, wow, who the heck is this kid even?
He was the wide open receiver.
He does have, coming into the day, 3 catches for -2 yards for Mashoud Babalola. So
you got to watch out for him.
Yeah, there's a reason why he wasn't on the.
That helps the average.
On the 2 deep. Here is a kick fielded at the 15-yard line and returned out to the 32, so decent field position for the Cougs. Davino on the return.
So I'm wondering, do you just release Smelzer right now and just say, all right, well, we're already down. Let's just see what you can do?
No. You give the ball to Alex.
I don't think it's a secret what we want to do. I think you want to get the ball to Alex, and you want to do it in some kind of creative way rather than just say, hey, guys up front, move these guys so that we could run.
Yeah,
I think you need to do something.
I'd like to see some swing passes to him, but
Benitez in the backfield as Schmelzer was going under center. A lot of confusion. Eubanks and Benitez were trying to communicate back there as Schmelzer was trying to get up under center, and Zoran Milic said, I'm calling timeout to try to slow this down.
I mean, that's bound to happen. You're switching a lot of people around in different spots.
It is what it is on something like that. 5:33 to go in the first quarter. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, and Tim Bartholomew live from Franklin on a Friday night. This is a great weekend, guys. I got to tell you.
Yeah.
We're here Friday night live. It is a beautiful evening. That's number one. Tomorrow I get to go ref college lacrosse in the morning.
Beautiful.
Sunday morning we got breakfast from London. I'm not going to be live in London, but the Falcons will be. And they actually might have a game they might win.
Oh yeah, who they got?
The JETS Jets.
Oh yeah, I did pick. You know what? I did pick them to win. So let's hope that happens.
Hope the rain stays away and watch that one from the hot tub.
You think Mike Davis is going to start running the ball, or you think now it's just Cordell
You're not.
Patterson?
You're clearly not paying attention. Mike Davis is doing a good job running the ball. They are under center, and Benitez is going to get it, and he looks for some room off the left side, and there's only about a yard there, so it'll be 2nd down and 9.
You know, he's doing a great job staying on his feet, though. Every time he gets wrapped up, he's getting wrapped up by like 3 or 4 guys, but keeps, moving his feet and moving the ball a little forward. So maybe made that, loss broke even.
I mean, he's got to work so hard, though, for these.
Yeah.
For these. I mean, the creative things that you said, they need to happen because they're so keyed in on him.
Schmelzer will hand to Benitez. He makes one man miss and keeps the legs churning, and he's out to about the 39. We'll call that a gain of 7.
Yeah, but is that any different for us? Aren't we keying on their one running back? And now they've just done different things, you know what I mean? So
Right, and you know what? That give Montgomery credit. They hadn't really been playing from under center all that often this season, so this is, something a little bit different. And this is the kind of thing that I'm interested in. Again, it will be Benitez with an eye back. He's got the first down. He's out across the 40, and he is down to the 45-yard line. So another gain of 6 for Benitez and a first down.
See, I love that. I mean, he's the type of running back, and now that he's playing tailback, he can, punish people for trying to make the tackle. And you only try to make so many tackles before you start rethinking it.
And you're seeing Gavin Guidetti in at fullback. And I really like the it's not quite wishbone. It's something different. It's 2 backs, and Benitez again will get it, and he's going to be stacked up at the line for no gain. But it does, open up the possibility of, misdirection there. And what you're going to see off of this, I bet, is one of those, fake fullback dives that then gets pitched out to Guidetti, coming around the other side, and they're just waiting for the right time to hit that.
Yeah.
That and the swing pass out in the flat. I mean, if Benitez rolls and releases over there, there's a lot of room.
I would like to see a swing pass. I was saying that earlier today. I think that's going to be a play that's open to him.
Schmelzer going up top. He's got a man there, and it is caught complete inside the 10 to the 5, and that's a touchdown. Mike Schmelzer to Liam McManus. How about that? 55 yards for the Cougar touchdown.
That was a great coaching call, putting in Schmelzer.
Yeah, great play, man. That's awesome.
Pogue, you called it before the drive started. Just unleash Mike Schmelzer. And they did it right there. McManus got behind everybody, and they just basically, I thought that he was going to get caught somewhere inside the 10, and he turned on the Jets.
I mean, it's one of those things where he doesn't really have any doubt in himself because, it's my first time out. They have confidence that I can let go of the ball and just throw it, so why not?
Listen, this is what happens when you pound and pound and pound and pound and pound the rock, and then you can send somebody deep. Because that safety, you have to respect the running of Benitez.
Yep.
Especially when the safety is helping on the tackles. He's getting all the way to the second level, so, they have to come in.
Glock, when you get a chance, can you change the pan speed? I think it needs to be a little faster.
You could change it anytime you like, buddy. All you got to do is do this. And what do you want to do? You want to do 6 or 7?
Let's go 7.
Yeah, 7? There you go.
Yeah.
Go to 7. We'll go to tilt. We'll go to 7.
Can you change
Actually, no, you know, we're gonna
the
go to
zoom in speeds to slower, though?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, I'll do it right after we get the extra point. How about that?
All right. I'm sorry.
That's all right. Good snap, good hold. Benitez's kick is on the way and good. So Montgomery's got the lead. 2:59 to go first quarter. Montgomery 7 and Franklin 6. We're going to take a break so I can save Tim's life over here.
Yeah.
You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back here to Franklin. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew. I'm excited the Cougs have the lead, 7-6.
That was a great play. Pogue, get down on there, get your coaching shirt on. You got to make some more play calls.
Well, I mean, when you pick one thing randomly and it works, I don't know about coaching.
That's it. You're in.
I agree. Benitez approaches it and puts a foot on it and sends it skyward. And my man Alex puts it halfway through the end zone. So
Nice
Masood
kick.
Babalola just has no choice but to watch it, and it's a touchback.
That's a great – in high school football, that is like such an asset to have on your team, someone who can kick a touchback.
Yeah, one less tackle to make, one less time an athlete's getting the ball in space.
Yeah, I mean, it's just in your great field position, you know. If you can stop them, get a 3 and out, then they're punting and you're almost on your side of the field already.
For two teams that really like to run the ball, we got a pair of passing touchdowns in the first quarter and bombs at that, so it's been entertaining. Man, Friday night football on nights like this is fun. This is fun. Here's the give off the left side, and it is Ashford again, and a great job by Montgomery and Charlie Post there to just hang on and limit him to 2 yards.
And there's a different swagger you get to play with once you have the lead. I mean, it's not something they've gotten to experience much this year, so when they have it, you know, you can feel good about how you're playing.
I mean, defensively, I feel like every game we've been playing pretty well. Even the game when we lost 33-0, like that was a great team, and we were in it for a while. You know, the defense gets a little tired, but they've been doing an amazing job this season. So.
And that one gets stopped before it gets started, and we'll see what the referee has. It's going to have a false start on Franklin.
Yeah, get a little help too. I like it. Glock, I told my class about the MIRE.
Okay.
And they wanted a shout out. So if any of my students are watching today, I apologize for the camera work, and thanks for watching, and I'll give you some extra credit if you tell me that you were watching on Monday.
And if you subscribe, don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
The code word that you have to give Mr. Bartholomew is Mattia is off the left side, and he is going to be rocked as he got close to the sideline, and that is a good play and not a penalty. Matt Davino lowered the boom on Mattia, and it will bring up third down. Wow.
That's great. That was a great hit.
The code word, lower middle schoolers, is Falcons.
You say
just walk up to Mr. Bartholomew, look him in the eyes, and say, Falcons.
I appreciate the Falcons this season.
Yeah, you appreciate us handing you a victory last week? Thanks for coming to hang out. Good job.
Hey, it was my
I know. Mattia is going to uncork another one up the right side, and he's got a man down there, and it is again caught and complete. What a catch by Nassan Colson up the right side.
Hey, I mean, a great catch by Franklin, but I covered the whole play.
Yeah. You're the most valuable player.
Boom. Killing it.
Matt, you're the most valuable Pogue. How about that?
Well, don't say that in my family because that's going to cause some
Well,
problems.
she ain't here,
All right,
and
there
she
you
ain't
go.
watching. We know.
Okay. Well, that is very true. Also, not technically a Pogue, but that's another story.
That's another story for another. At least she didn't hyphenate it.
It's better not to
No
be
offense, ladies with hyphenated names. I'm just poking fun.
It's better not to be associated at all.
This is a comedy channel where we're not very funny, you know. It's how we roll. Another timeout coming here with 1:25 to go in the first quarter. Montgomery on top of Franklin, and
We'll see for how long.
whatever reason, it's turned into an aerial attack for two teams that haven't thrown the ball worth a darn the entire season in 9 combined games.
They both decided, hey, you know what? We're going to shock the other team this week.
We're just going to throw it. They're never going to see it coming.
They're never seeing it coming. Who else would do that?
I don't know. I don't even have a good comeback for that.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love it. I mean, that's my kind of football. I was wide receiver, though, so.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You wait for that play call. It's like, oh, another run. I have to block.
I'm just gonna go block this guy, and if the cornerback's anything like me, we're just gonna pretend to hit each other.
Yeah, the hand fighting where you're kind of touching, but you're like, dude, let's push for like a quarter second, then let's just hang out.
First down and 10. Nose of the football inside the 30-yard line for Franklin. This is going to be Ashford. And a great job to hold Benitez up on the outside. Ashford makes a couple guys miss. Ball's out. Ball's out. Let's see who jumps on it. Still out. Benitez hustling downfield. And Alex Benitez, who was in the backfield, and he got held up nicely by the fullback, actually sprinted down for the fumble recovery, and that's a big play for Montgomery.
That is great. I love it. You went from being like heartbroken to so excited. The ball's popping out of his helmet almost, it looked like.
Listen, there's an old axiom that they talk about. Good things happen to guys who run on the football field. Just run to the ball. You hear that all the time. And never giving up on that play. That's the kind of thing that, well, I mean, I almost was going to say that that's what gives Benitez value. He brings value in so many ways. But, I mean, like, that doesn't show up on the stat sheet that he ran 35 yards after getting bottled up in the backfield. What a play.
Yeah. Got to take advantage of it now. I know they're backed up a little bit, so we got to move the ball and make some plays here to give us some space.
Eubanks and Benitez in the backfield, and they're going to call, I think they're going to say offside, actually. Let's see.
That's helpful. That is helpful.
Wow. A neutral zone infraction on Franklin. You know, high school football, not like the NFL. You know, in the NFL, you can jump into the neutral zone and jump back before the ball gets snapped. Not so in high school. You jump in the neutral zone, we shut that thing down.
I mean, that's a lot. That gives you some space. Now you don't have to worry as much about running something up the gut or.
That is huge. So 1st and 5. Again, it'll be Eubanks and Benitez in an offset eye, and it's Alex looking for room. And he's got a couple off the left side. We'll call it 3. So it'll be 2nd down and 2 from the 11.
I mean, just manageable downs. That's what they keep creating. I mean, yeah, they've had some big plays, but at the same time, the smaller plays they're still moving the ball much better today.
18 yards to go for 2,000 for Benitez. So I feel like we're going to have to kind of say that before every play because we're certainly within striking distance now here of this on one play.
I think you just made that up.
Definitely didn't for once in my life. And here is Alex bouncing back into the middle, and he's going to have a Montgomery 1st down out to the 17-yard line. So we'll give him a gain of 6 there. So now we're down to 12 to go. See how I did that math right away? Some quick long division.
You are so good. You might be a guest teacher in my room. I want you to show.
You definitely don't want that to happen.
I want you to show everybody how you do mental math.
You like that other graphic I made, Pogue? I thought that was pretty ingenious. Go back to the home screen.
What we got here? Timeout, end of quarter. What's going on?
That is the end of the quarter. We're going to go figure some stuff out here behind the scenes. We have played 12 here in Franklin, and Montgomery's got the lead, 7-6. We'll be right back. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. this one is going to be Eubanks off the right side. And he's got some pretty good yardage out there.
See, I love that, but that's what having Alex in the backfield does. You know, it takes the key off of Eubanks back there and gives him a little bit of space because they're thinking, you know, what everybody else is thinking. Alex is going to get the ball.
Yep. Well, let me see if I don't know how to share this with you, Pogue, on my phone in the version. You're going to have to switch accounts there, buddy. Sorry about that.
Oh,
2nd down and 2 for the Cougs. Schmelzer back in the shotgun, and he sends Jenkins in motion this time, and it's going to be Eubanks again. And Chris is going to fall forward very near to the 1st down, and we'll see if they give it to him.
I like what they're doing, man. It's a steady diet of different people. You know, it's not just like our last games. It would use QB draw, QB draw, QB draw, QB draw, jet sweep. You know what I mean?
Yep. It is going to be a 1st down for Montgomery, so a fresh set of downs for the Cougs. Just going to My Designs there, Poke. There, click that first one. I know it doesn't look like the right thing, but it is.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right, now we're getting the hang of it.
12. Well, if we were at home, I could airdrop this stuff to you, but can't do here for technological reasons. Jenkins again in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep this time. Great job by Eubanks to pick off the safety who came in, and a better job by Franklin of gang tackling just outside the 30-yard line. So a gain of 3 for Jenkins.
Fighting for the ball.
Montgomery being a little bit more methodical this time around.
I mean, I feel like how that big play happened, though, is that they were like pound up the gut, you know, Benitez, and then lofted one.
Big number 2 has come into the game. Second down and about 7 for the Cougars as we are just underway in quarter number 2. This is going to be Benitez from the 26. So this is going to be actually a run, and he fumbles. And, all right, so this is going to get complicated. So 27 down to the 30. So Benitez gets 3. Then there's a fumble. So my man is going to continue to do this.
Take the square root on that one?
You might have to. So 9 to go for Benitez. But the ball ends up all the way back beyond the original line, the original 1st down marker. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 from the 26.
We can get another one of those big passes.
Benitez will walk out into the slot, and Schmelzer's going to look to throw. He airs it out up the right side, looking for Alex, and Alex comes down with it. What a catch up the right side by the captain.
That's great. That's amazing.
You are seeing the benefits of starting Mike Schmelzer at quarterback. And we have, it looks like the referee is heading over to talk to Montgomery Athletic Director Chris Grundy.
Little sideline warning probably.
I believe something to go with the fan section as Coach Grundy addressing the tropically clad student section over there.
I mean, that was a terrific catch, but great concentration to catch that in traffic and pull it in and then be able to keep his feet in as well.
A 32-yard completion.
Yeah, especially with the angle that defender had.
Yeah.
There was going to be a collision, and he knew it was coming, but Benitez just held on to it.
And now maybe another.
Now, I think they're just explaining what happened over there to Franklin, letting them know, hey, this is what we did over on the opposite side.
All right. Well, 1st down.
Oh, Will Mansfield over there on the side. That's what you get with the binoculars. Some of my officiating buddies. Will Mansfield and his son Matt, premier lacrosse officials, in addition to football. I didn't catch the first part of that. Did you hear what
I
that
did
said?
not. I heard cleared and
I heard clear the field, and
clear the field. Something.
that's not going to be good.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Cougs either way. 42-yard line is the spot. Mike Schmelzer, who's played fantastically, gives to Benitez. He makes a man miss, and Alex still on his feet, churning and pulling the pile ahead. We'll call that a gain of 5. 4 yards to go until the 2K mark.
Oh, boy. Maybe we'll get it here. 2nd and manageable.
No doubt about it. 2nd and 5.
Definitely a play where running is often called.
They're back to the shotgun, and I like that. You can vary things up. Jenkins is going to come in motion. Now Bananas back out. Schmelzer's going to want to throw. Here's a screen. It's off Benitez's hands, and they were lucky not to have that one intercepted.
It looked like he rushed it a little bit, but, again, he's still looking. Schmelzer's looking downfield. His head is up. I mean, this is excellent to see.
It's very rare that you see Benitez miss on a play like that. I think more commonly you would think that maybe Schmelzer in his first start here would put a little too much heat on it or something like that. Not so, though. That was a pretty well done play by the sophomore quarterback. So 3rd and 5 for the Cougs. Schmelzer again to throw. He's looking, and he's got a completion out there, and that's a first down. Great pitch and catch, and the catch by Eddie Kian, the 5'11", 185-pound junior, and Montgomery moves the sticks.
I mean, just think about how many different names you've been saying offensively this game.
Yep.
It's a different team.
Well, when you put somebody back in their natural element, and for Schmelzer and for Benitez, good things are going to happen.
Yeah.
They both are comfortable where they are.
Schmelzer again goes to the shotgun on 1st down, and they'll throw again. He's going to uncork one deep up the left side. He's looking for Jenkins. He lays out, but he can't quite get there. A fantastic effort from Jenkins. Let's take another look at it and see just how close it was. That's just a fantastic effort by Mark Jenkins. 5'8", just 152 pounds, but he plays much bigger than that.
Yeah, just didn't have the layout long enough to be able to get there. Maybe if he was 5'10".
I think he would have needed to be 6'5" on that one. And we're going to get a timeout coming from Franklin. We're halfway through quarter number 2, and Montgomery leads it by a point. They're threatening for more. Benitez is threatening for 2,000. There's a lot of threatening going on. We'll be right back. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to Franklin. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, Tim Bartholomew.
Doing it.
Doing it up here on a Friday night. 2nd down and 10.
Field touchdown. Oh.
Schmelzer. He's going to throw out here for Benitez. And that is going to be a loss on the play, but there's a flag, so we'll see what.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like some early motion. It looked like maybe Benitez went early in the backfield.
I actually think that was Eddie Kian who came forward early. We'll see what they do. The penalty is going to be declined. It was a loss of 2 on the play, and that's, again, another lateral pass, so that's a loss of 2 for Benitez on the old rushing total. So
So I like that call, though. I mean, instead of taking the loss of 5, they take their loss of 2, but you also lose the down. So
Yep.
Smart decision by the Franklin. What's Franklin again? The Warriors, right?
They are. So the ball spotted out on the 28, and Schmelzer's going to throw it. He loads up, throwing up the right side, and nobody home there. Just a little bit too tall up the right side. That time he was looking for Ethan McManus.
Yeah, just a little bit of an overthrow, but luckily he overthrew everyone. 4th down.
I think he was expecting McManus to continue straight up the field on more of a 9 route, and instead he flattened it out into the post, and that accounted for the miscommunication. So 4th and 12 for the Cougs. 4th and 12 today feels different than 4th and 12 did a couple weeks ago. Schmelzer is going to look to throw. He throws to the right side. Oh, Jenkins was wide open. He had him there and just led him a touch too far. So that's a missed opportunity for the Cougs.
That's a heartbreaker because that was a great call. Jenkins ran a terrific route and just, and that's going to come with time. This is his first game starting. I know he's gotten some reps in the past, but yeah, that's just something that comes with a little bit more maturity and a little more practice.
So Franklin takes over on their own 28-yard line, or its own 28-yard line, I should say. My subject-verb agreement, got to get that back in check.
Come on, amateur.
Mattia, again, hands to Ashford, and he spins out of a tackle and still on his feet. That's a great job by Kasim Ashford to make something out of nothing. He ends up getting 4.
I mean, great job to get into the backfield by Montgomery and really just slow down the play. But, hopefully next time you wrap up a little bit better and he's able to get some help from his teammates. But the linebackers kept pursuit and was able to make that tackle.
Clock rolling, 6 minutes to go, second quarter. Mattia, again, we'll give to Ashford, running to his left. Brandon Fury stuck a big old paw out there, and Ashford was able to get around him. But I think that Fury's penetration there in the backfield actually forced Ashford, away from the hole where he wanted to go and into a host of Montgomery players.
Yeah, he made him cut way before he wanted to, and then you're kind of bouncing to whatever's going to be in front of you.
Man, you get pressure up the middle. I don't care if it's a run play or a pass play. You just talk about things that make it almost impossible for an offense to overcome, and pressure up the middle is one of those things.
Absolutely. Doing a great job, though, getting into the backfield and wrapping Ashford up. He's 6'3", 190, 193, so he's hard to take down.
Mattia, a little play action. He rolls out to his right on a boot, and that is incomplete. And that was through the hands of Nassan Colson. And that's going to bring up a punting situation. So a good job by Montgomery to get off the field on defense.
Another solid showing. Last week they did, super impressive job at the end of the first half to keep them out of the end, North Hunterdon out of the end zone.
Yeah.
So their defense has made some really great stops.
Mattia gets it away, but there's a flag and a fair catch made at the 40 by Jenkins. Let's see what the flag is. It's going to be against Franklin.
Do you back him up?
I don't know. I would not, but Montgomery's gonna. 40-yard line feels pretty good, but also now Jenkins has a pretty good feel for, where Mattia's, leg is and his distance, and the chances are better that we don't have a.
He listened to you. He caught it.
He did. Love that. Things go right when you listen to me. Listen.
You and Pogue, man, you guys are making play calls.
High snap that time. Mattia gets it down, and this one will take a bounce, and Jenkins is going to come up and field it at the 48, and he ends up.
Ooh, that's a
Now
little late.
that's a good play. He was getting tackled right as he was going out of bounds. So you know what? Don't listen to me. Listen to me. Don't listen to me. That one worked out when you didn't.
I mean, so that one is a little both. You know, Jenkins did still run up and catch the ball.
That's
so.
right. A 16-yard swing there in field position as Jenkins was corralled out of bounds at the 44-yard line. That's where Montgomery will begin.
I think, you know, with only 4:41, it would go a long way to score a touchdown here. It would give them not so much time to come back down and answer, and then we have to kick off at half. So it would be nice to get, you know, that 8-point lead going before halftime.
6 yards away from 2,000 is Alex Benitez. Schmelzer is going to hand off on the jet sweep, looking for room on the right side, and a very nifty move to stay on his feet was Nino Spera, and he's down to the 40.
Yeah, that was actually really impressive because it looked like he was going to go head first into the ground, and he was able just to get a foot underneath him and get a couple more yards.
We'll call it the 41-yard line, so a gain of 3, a long 3.
10 to get 3.
Something that was more than 10 to get 3.
Probably like 20 to get 3. It happens.
It's football. Happens all the time. Michael Schmelzer, as he will hand it off on the inside that time. And Benitez will get a yard. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Cougs.
What are we at?
5 yards away now for Benitez.
According to Glock math.
Glock math is on, baby. This was my old job. You had to do this live in the field as a reporter back in the day. Nobody keeps stats for you when you cover high school football.
True that.
Play action. Schmelzer throws, caught, complete, right near the sticks, but I think he's going to be a little short depending on the mark, and they are going to mark him short. Ethan McManus on the reception, but certainly within goable distance here.
I think you go for it. I think you take a shot here, but I also think you maybe look at the end zone, see if you can catch him napping.
On 4th down? No, you get the first down.
Yeah.
You get
All
the first
right.
down.
I kind of hope it
Darn
happens
it, darn
now.
it, Pogue. You were doing so good.
This was
You were doing so good.
this was always the play back in the day that I would always get very, very emphatic about, and then, of course, it would be the touchdown. But it's going to be single wing. It's going to be Benitez. He's off the right side. He's got a first down. He is out of bounds inside the 20, and he has got 2,000.
Nah, well, look at that.
But
buddy.
there's a flag.
Yeah. Oh, don't touch it. Ah.
And it's going to come back. It's a hold.
Well, it was a great run, though.
So they mark it off from the 32.
It's almost better that he didn't get the 2,000 because I feel like you could have done a better job. I think you could have been more enthusiastic.
Well, I hate to break this to everybody there. So from the 43, that was down to the 33. That was a gain of 7, folks. He's still over 2,000. He gets the 7. He's at 2,002.
All right. All right, well, then you did a fantastic
there
job.
You
that
go.
Was, that was amazing.
But but that does back you all the way up, and now it's 4th down, and you're probably going to have to punt.
So wait, he gets the initial gain because isn't it a spot foul?
It is a spot foul, so the spot of the foul was the 32-yard line. So because
No, it was.
Where was the line of scrimmage prior to?
It was like.
Oh, no, you're right. It was the 35. So he gets 3. I take it back. So he's still 2 shy.
So now you really get the chance to sell it.
Yes, I
be
do.
enthusiastic.
Sorry,
So-
Alex. Just forget the other one happened, and we'll go to the next one.
And I think we should all remember this is unofficial, and
I don't know. He's got a lot of numbers written
I
down. That
mean,
looks pretty official.
Glock is way more confident in his abilities than I was last week.
He's got
but,
parentheses. You didn't have
Oh, yeah.
parentheses.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
I
2
don't know,
yards
though,
shy of 2,000. I am confident in saying that. I can do simple math, contrary to popular belief and my English degree.
Oh, we're punting? No.
Yes, we are. Benitez sends it skyward. And that one is going to take a bounce very short and not a great net on that one.
Yeah,
If it was as long as it was high, we'd have been in good shape.
But Franklin's got no timeouts and quite a ways to go. So, I mean, you can still feel pretty good about the defense getting a stop and even maybe getting the ball back.
And they've been throwing the ball a lot, so it's going to make a difference. Maybe we can get an interception, get some good field position right here. Because I think they're going to be trying to stretch the field a little bit on this series, just because, like you said, there's only 2 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first half.
So let's see what Franklin's got cooked up. They go to a wing back, and the shotgun, Mattia. He'll load up, and he's going to throw up the right side, and Montgomery fell down on the play, and this is going to be caught, and they are going to walk in for a touchdown. How about that? Second of the day for Mashoud Babalola. That's just an unlucky break for Montgomery. Let's see if we can watch it again here and see just what happened. Yep, Montgomery just fell down. You saw it there, Babalola. No pressure whatsoever, and he walks in for 6, and Franklin's got the lead back 12-7.
I mean, I hate when that happens. You know, you have pretty decent coverage, and then you're trying to do too much. You're trying to make a break on the ball, trying to break the play up, and then you just fall and leaves that guy by himself.
Mashoud Babalola came into the game with negative yards receiving on the day, and he's got 2 long ones. That one went 65 yards. Extra point on the way is up and good. So,
well,
there we are.
Good news. Still 2:22 left in the first half. So it's very important, however, that we try to get a score here and get one, because they're going to kick the ball off in the second half.
My goodness, what a change in momentum there. Loser.
I mean, like you said, 28 pass attempts in 5 games. You know, like you're throwing the ball, six times a game, not even. It's crazy. And they've thrown it. It's the first half. They've probably thrown it a dozen, maybe not a dozen times, but close to it.
Maybe they were just waiting for Babalola.
I guess.
You know what? They needed their receiver. Maybe he wasn't healthy.
Yeah, and if you can't use him, they said, we'll run it.
Seriously, jeez.
Wonder if they would dare to do another onside kick here.
I don't think so. I mean, if you're Montgomery, you have to be on high alert, no?
You have to be on high alert, but, I mean, they want to push him back. You know, they have the momentum. They have the lead, so they don't want to give him good field position if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, I agree. No, they go squib, and Montgomery's going to return it. Decent field position, out past the 35 to about the 38-yard line.
Plenty of time. One timeout, a first down, you'll get that momentary stop. I mean, they can move the ball pretty well here.
Liam McManus was the return man there. He of the lengthy touchdown up the field earlier from Mike Schmelzer.
We've done it once already. They've done it a couple times, so a deep pass isn't out of the question.
No, not at all. You can't go too nuts, though, because you could give it back, and Franklin could have another crack at it. Schmelzer's going to throw. They're trying to set up a screen. They do. Benitez has the catch. He breaks a tackle, and all this is going to be academic because this is going to come back for a hold as Benitez is tackled out past the 45-yard line. But we'll see what the official says, and it is going to be a hold.
And that stinks because that's like a big gain. It was good momentum, and it was on the first play, so they still had plenty of time left in this half to make some things happen. And now it's a very long first down.
That's a backbreaker, in terms of changing of the field position. 26-yard difference there as the clock is now rolling as we approach 2 minutes to play in the first half. Alex Benitez still 2 yards shy of 2,000. Schmelzer, he's going to throw, stepping up and avoiding a hit, and now he's going to be taken down. And the first sack of the day for either team, and that one goes to, it looked like Unisa Cisse.
Schmelzer felt that pressure well, though. He was moving in the pocket, and then that first hesitation of if he didn't let it go, that's what did him in.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Tim.
I was just going to say, and he did a great job. I think he did a great job not forcing the pass. You know what I mean? A lot of people, like, he avoided the first one and then maybe could have rushed that pass and then made an even bigger mistake. Right now, a sack and a loss of 1 is better than an interception.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And it keeps the clock moving. You know, that's the other thing. Because, it's, you know, this is a very difficult down and distance. They go back to 2 backs with Eubanks and Benitez. It'll be Alex, and he is off the right side, and he is out to about the 33-yard line, and that we'll call it the 34. We'll call it a gain of 6, and Alex Benitez has eclipsed 2,000 yards. The first Montgomery running back in school history to rack up 2K.
Wow! Congratulations, 4 excellent years to Benitez.
And he's going to get more.
Well, I mean, we got to make another graphic if he's going to get more.
I know. It's tough.
I want a 2K and 1 yard, 2K and 2 yards.
Listen, your expectation level is a little high. That one is going to get stopped before it gets going, and that might be offside. They might get 5 back here. Let's see. It is. Yeah, it's going to be another neutral zone infraction. So this goes now, to third and like 9.5. So
less than a minute.
But certainly in a makeable situation now,
Yep. So it doesn't look like it changed the play call though. So
Schmelzer is going to roll to his left. Throws, and that's going to be caught sliding by Jenkins at about the 49-yard line, and they needed 9.5. They got 10.5, and the Cougs moved the chains.
Nice catch, and just good concentration to slide. Is the clock still moving? Did he get out of bounds?
He did not get out of bounds,
Okay,
but the
so
clock stopped because of the first down.
Okay, so that's all right.
You saw it again there as Franklin is late subbing onto the field. Schmelzer drops the snap, and he's just going to have to fall on it back at the 42.
Yeah, rushing it. They were rushing it.
Yeah, I don't think you take the timeout. We're just going to
let it go to the half.
Yep.
Ooh, penalty.
See what we got there as the clock will stop for that.
Unsportsmanlike?
That's typically when something like that happens. I don't know what it didn't look like the teams were anywhere near each other.
I mean, maybe
this is going to go against Franklin, though. Whatever it was. It's a personal foul, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. So this really helps Montgomery, I got to tell you.
Now you have 25 seconds in a timeout, so that is not bad.
Now, I know that you haven't made one this season.
How many have they attempted?
You talking field goal like I was?
Yeah.
Only 2, right?
Yeah. So.
And they both got blocked. Now, but I mean, that doesn't preclude you from trying because of the big leg that Benitez has. In any event, it's a first down at the 36. Schmelzer is going to uncork one up the right side. He's throwing into double coverage down there. And did that thing get caught? They're going to say yes.
Yeah,
down at the 2. How about that?
Great catch.
Guess who? Alex Benitez at the 2-yard line. I couldn't tell if they were going to call that incomplete, but Benitez rolled over and then dove into the end zone, but we know you're down right where you are. Look at it again there. Great camera work by Tim.
Right? I know.
Listen, you always pat the dog on the head when he does something right.
I did good.
Benitez also doing well for himself down there, and Montgomery takes its final timeout with 6.6 seconds to go. if they can get a touchdown here before the half.
What a crazy turn of events, right? You know, it was first down in like what 25.
Yeah.
You know.
It was that offside penalty that got them back into 3rd and makeable.
This is such a hard call, though, because I want to give it to Alex, right? I want to get up the gut to Alex, but you get one shot at it then. You know?
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
If you throw, though, they are close enough. If you try to hit a quick slant and miss, you could have 2 cracks at this.
Never mind. There's 3 seconds left. I thought there was 6. You got one shot regardless of what you do.
Now that was just an unfortunate clock error. It's going to go back up to 6.
Oh, okay. So now maybe you have 2 shots.
6.6. There we go on the clock. And the Franklin coaching staff was upset. Montgomery's going to hurry to the line. It's going to be shotgun for Benitez. It is going to be Alex. He's going to keep it, and he's going to roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Yeah.
2.6 to go. And there is a injury on the field. The referee quickly signaling for a trainer. That's never a good sign when the referee says, hurry up.
We'll give him his privacy.
I told this story the other day. I guess when we were doing boys soccer on Monday. It bears repeating now given the circumstance. Let's take another look at the touchdown here first before I get into that story. As Benitez just lowers the shoulder and gets himself into the end zone, and the Cougs looking to go on top pending the extra point. But and this is not a good story. I was officiating a lacrosse game, a collegiate game last Saturday, and a young man was going to the goal and didn't take a great angle toward the goalie, and then the defender didn't do him any favors by shoving him in the back, and he went to the ground and made contact with the goalie below the knee, and just so happened that I was about 3 yards from this and looking right at it because that's where my eyes were, and this kid's like snapped in 2 pieces.
Oh.
Like clean break.
Well, that's good. Clean breaks are always better.
No, this was horrendous. This was literally the most horrendous thing I've ever seen in my life.
No, I'm sure, but they always say, like, if you break a bone, you want it to be, like, just a clean break.
Well, there's a couple of bones in the lower leg, so there was a couple of clean breaks down there.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt.
Tibia and fibia?
Well, he was facing the sky, and his foot was not facing the sky by any stretch of the imagination, and it was – I'm not being hyperbolic at all this time when I say that was like the worst thing that I've ever I've been up close to some very gruesome injuries while officiating, but that one, usually you're close to something but you're watching the big picture, and this one I was looking right at his leg, and I had a hard time with it last Saturday.
Did your heart sink down in your chest? Get that nauseous feeling?
Well, no, my first thought was actually, because in lacrosse, when guys are in the crease and somebody's near the goalie, everybody gets mad. And I was thinking the attackman was going to be mad because he got shoved. The defensemen were going to be mad because he was into the goalie. And, when that happens, you just try to get in there fast and try to sort everybody out. But I had seen what happened, so now my thought was, let me get in there and rip the attackman off this kid, because if he's mad that he's in there and he doesn't know that the kid that just happened to him, it could have been way worse. You don't want him to shove the kid or something while he's on the ground and injure him any more than that. But Montgomery coming back here for the extra point. Tim's in La La Land.
I was trying to go
student section.
I was going to the student section.
There you go.
There was intent, I think.
I didn't know that he was off the field. I thought he was still on the field.
Benitez to give Montgomery the lead before the half. A great snap, a great hold, and the kick is right down Broadway. So Montgomery's got the lead back.
There you go. That's what we definitely needed.
Fantastic drive right before the half.
Yeah. All right. Let me get this student section real quick.
There you go.
Look at these guys. They are decked out, ready to go.
Let's get tropical.
Let's get tropical. I like it.
Some of your last real beautiful weekends of the year coming up in the next 2 or 3, and
I'm ready for some fall weather, man. It's been so warm.
listen, I don't want to hear this out of you, because before you know it, it's going to be like 6 degrees.
Snow, ice.
That's fine.
It's not fine. That is not fine.
It's not fine for anybody.
Why do we have to skip? Why do we have to skip fall? Why do we
Who's
have to go-
skipping fall? We just push it back. Global warming. We pushed it back a month.
I mean, that would be great if fall would go password numbers.
I do. Matter of fact, wrote that down myself. Franklin a favor. So Benitez will kick this one off with 2.6. You probably just want to, give it a little squib and make them return it, and they will. And that I thought was going to do it for the first half, and now finally will.
It does.
So we have played a half. And for the first time this season, Montgomery will go into the intermission with the lead. Alex Benitez has eclipsed 2,000 yards. And it's been a pretty impressive offensive showing so far for Montgomery. We'll be back. The third quarter of play is coming up in just a few minutes. Stick with us. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back here to the MIRE. Keith Glock, Matt Pogue, and Tim Bartholomew from Franklin. As you hear the Franklin senior band members being announced, it's always a nice thing. Montgomery guys grabbed the lead back with a pretty fantastic drive at the end of the half. Most notably, a big-time gain from Alex Benitez, or rather Schmelzer to Benitez. We'll take a look at it here. As you see from the 35-yard line, Schmelzer uncorked it. Benitez came down with it. We took a couple of looks at the replay, and we actually thought that he might not have been down, but upon closer inspection, the patella tendon hit down somewhere at the 2.
I mean, it all works out in the end. He got the touchdown, so he got the points.
Got the points. Got the 2,000. First running back, first player in Montgomery history to eclipse that 2,000-yard mark.
And now he just adds on to it. He makes those records harder and harder to reach for the next guy.
That's a great job by you, Pogue, creating that graphic.
Yeah, see, I took my time with it and went into Canton. No,
Right?
you did it. We all know it. You did it.
Stop. I didn't even, like, that occurred to me at the last second. I was like, man, like, his jersey number's pretty prominent. I'm like, wait a minute. I might be able to do something with this.
A moment of genius.
Lightning strikes.
Like a hammer to the head. Tell you. So the Cougs are going to kick it away to start the third quarter as you're hearing the last of the band members. This is apparently a humongous graduating class of seniors for the Franklin band.
I'm pretty sure the whole band came out.
Yeah.
It's all good. That's great. It's awesome for them.
Yeah. I love this kind of stuff.
It's great to have your seniors recognized.
Last week I was, obviously up at Bayonne for their homecoming, and, so cool to see, like, I'm nostalgic now, just because one of mine is graduating. She luckily is the president of the senior class and had a lot of responsibilities last week there. But to see it all come together, I mean, she planned a stinking tailgate. She planned pregame festivities. They have, homecoming dance this week that they were preparing for. They did a combination tailgate with the city and the city of Bayonne with the mayor, and the mayor's there handing out T-shirts. It was a great night up there. I was sad not to be able to do the game with you guys, but family first, as we always say.
Absolutely, that's a once in a lifetime experience right there. You get to do the MIRE with us for years.
Damn it!
Yeah. I mean, we're never leaving.
Right. Benitez sends it into Franklin territory, and a return of about 12 yards out to the 32. So a pretty decent return from Nathaniel Buck, and that'll get the Warriors moving to start the third quarter.
Let's go. Let's build on that momentum that we had at the end of the second quarter. Bring it into this third quarter. Get a good lead. I think we can put some distance between us and Franklin in this half.
Yep, I agree. The give on the first play of the half is to the up back. So another fullback carry for Dante Makia.
After that first half, all I think when I see these runs is they're just waiting to air it out. Let's run 2 or 3 of these so we can do it.
Let's lull them to sleep.
Yep.
And then throw the deep ball.
Yeah, let's go the 50 yards over the top play.
I like it.
Figure out where Mashoud Babalola is, please, everybody.
I mean, I'm sure Cardi and Coach Milich both were talking about that to their team at halftime.
This is Ashford, and he's going to be stacked up. Maybe he's got a yard to the 36. So 3rd down and 6.
There you go. So it's a good start so far. Big play here, though. I feel like 3rd down conversions have been pretty good for Franklin. I don't know that for a fact.
Right.
But I feel like it.
I mean, really, it has been, the huge plays. Outside of those chunk plays, Montgomery's been able to limit Franklin.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been a lot of like a 10-yard plays. It's either been like 2 or 3 yard plays, or like the big 25, 40-yard plays.
Sam Mattia under center, and he's going to roll. Benitez is chasing him down. He's got a hand on him, and Mattia throws it, but a little bit too short, shy of Unisa Cisse, and a great job by Benitez.
Put that pressure on, man. That's why, the defense was good to start, and now that they have him on it, it's even better.
The comment that you guys made early in the broadcast, in the pregame, about just getting your athletes on the field, right? I mean, like that's pretty much what it is. Low liner is fielded at the 33 by Jenkins, and
he's able to get a few.
Yep.
All because he listened to Glock's advice.
Well, that one he couldn't have caught on a. He'd have to be Superman with a rocket up his rear end.
He still caught it. He didn't let it bounce. You know what I mean? He
Yep.
still caught. Because that would have probably took another roll for another 10, 15 yards. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. No doubt. That's a scary situation, though.
Yeah.
You get those guys bearing down on you like that, and an end-over-end bouncer.
Especially when it's already bouncing and you don't have the luxury of it being in the air, and you're going to get hit as soon as you bend down.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about footballs, too. They don't necessarily always bounce the way you think they're going to.
Mike Schmelzer will come out for his first series of the second half. They send McManus in motion, and they give to Benitez. And Alex will fall forward for a gain of 4 out to the 39.
That motion in the backfield definitely is messing with Franklin. There was a lot of confusion in their DBs. They were moving around way too much, looking for receivers that weren't there anymore. And
you saw, if you were paying attention, Big Brandon Fury give his own butt a slap on the left side and said, run, this is the side you're going to run to on this play, after he got things set and lined up there. So, again, some misdirection. Benitez just rolling off of would-be tacklers. And another gain of about 3. That was pretty funny. Lucas Sapansky was in there just tugging at the pile, trying to will them forward for another couple of yards.
I think he helped. I think it helped.
Every little bit helps, right? I mean, they're doing a great job though, staying on their feet and pushing the pile forward, getting a couple yards here and there, but they make a difference in the end.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Usually see the lineman behind the play pushing. He was in front of it pulling.
I got your jersey. This is good enough.
Smart.
So on third down, they swing it out, and Benitez drops it.
You hate to see that, though, that low throw making him kind of bend down.
Yeah, he was fortunate there that he was able to get up tall enough before a shoulder pad went into his helmet.
So Montgomery will punt it on fourth down.
I'm looking for the fake here. Let's do it.
And we have an injury near the Montgomery bench. El Hadji Diarra down momentarily.
Alhaji. He's a good kid. I had him in 5th grade.
Another one of my favorites.
And he's actually went over to the tackle position this game.
Yeah.
I don't think that's where he was playing earlier. So utilizing some of their younger kids, getting them some opportunities. And in this game, it looks like it's paying dividends.
Boy, that Diarra family, pretty athletic family, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Monina was another one, his older sister.
Yeah, I had Monina in track. She was fun to have.
I completely agree.
Good family.
So Benitez will stand back at his own 31, and it's going to be a fake, and they're going to stop it before it gets started. They call a false start. Montgomery was faking it, and they were going to get it.
Ugh. I even had it zoomed in. I didn't even have Benitez in the picture. I knew it from the beginning.
That is a bad break.
Also, I don't know if you remember 2 minutes ago when I said fake punt. I just
Yeah, you did say that.
Like most things, I don't take you very seriously.
Yeah. I just,
Just want you to know that.
I was calling it.
Benitez puts a foot to it, and this is a good kick this time. But for the second time tonight, the ball bounces and takes a Franklin bounce, but down at the 30-yard line. So,
Does this pan change if I? Did we change? It changed.
if you clicked off of the,
I never clicked off of it though. It's interesting.
that's okay. So what did we go? Higher or lower? We were higher, right?
We were at 8. Yeah.
8 for that.
We're at
And that was, I think, there, and that was 2. And now you should be back to where you were before. How's that?
Yep. That's
All
better.
right.
All right.
Gonna get you situated over there, you know?
Yeah. Well, we're doing a little bit better job here.
Here's the give to Ashford. He's got some running room, and he is slowed up nicely by Benitez before Nino Spera finished him off at the 38-yard line. You know, Matt, you talked about it earlier, what Benitez is going to bring on the defensive side now that he's not, so overworked from an offensive perspective, and he has really, really made a big impact from that linebacker spot today.
It's way more fun. I mean, when you're not rolling out and scrambling every play and running 40 yards, it's more fun. You have the energy for it.
And you see another great piece of penetration there.
Fantastic. Flying to the football.
That time it was Gavin Guidetti who dropped Kasim Ashford for a loss at the 37.
I mean, they're flying to the ball today, every single one of the Cougars.
So it'll bring up third down.
Short. Third and short. 3 yards to go.
Let's see if Montgomery's defense can hold serve.
This would be a big stop here. It looks like some kind of power up the gut. Ooh.
Mattia will give to Ashford, and he doesn't have it. He is short by about 2 yards. He got maybe a yard as he fell forward, but give a lot of credit to Montgomery.
And tackling by committee right there.
Let's see what they do. I would go if I'm Franklin. And they're going to keep Mattia on the field. So that's exactly what they're going to do.
I mean, that's a bold move here. Let's see if we Cougars can pick it up, get another big stop.
I formation. They give to the up back, and they're not going to get it. Montgomery stops them. Stuffed them at the 39-yard line. That's going to be a turnover on downs. A big play from the Cougar defense.
Look at that. Not even close.
No.
Very great. Oh, a little closer than I thought it was. That was a pretty generous spot.
That was a remarkably generous spot.
And
They're going to measure.
I
still think they're short.
Yeah, it looks to me as if the chains are at past the white line, past the 40, so.
Where he was initially, it didn't look close at all. I thought that maybe he had the 39.
Oh, come on.
Let's
man.
see.
Come on.
Nope, didn't get it. Montgomery turns it over on downs.
That guy ruined my shot. Unbelievable. I'm going to have to go talk to him.
Tim's getting all pro. He's going to give up this color commentary gig before you know it.
I haven't, I haven't even really been thinking. I've been like, I feel like I'm playing a video game, and I'm like just concentrating on that. Like, oh, I got to get my high score. Come on.
So Montgomery takes over. Football just inside the 40.
Solid defense coming up big again. I love it.
Schmelzer's got Benitez on his left. He'll send Jenkins in motion. Play action. They're going to look to throw. Schmelzer now might take off and run. He does. And he is upended at about the 34-yard line.
All right.
Nice play defensively that time by Mikhail Muhammad to put Schmelzer to the ground.
Solid yards, though. I mean, I'll take that on first down every time. And second and third. And
Sure.
fourth. Yeah.
Second and 6, and this will be Benitez. He makes the first man miss, tries to spin off a second, and you see the power in his legs there to be able to get a couple.
I haven't seen a single person tackle him. It's always been 2, 3 people wrapping up, and still I haven't seen him on the ground very often.
A lot of downfield running.
A lot of
downfield running.
A little downhill.
I think it's downhill running.
I think it's downhill. Let's get it right.
Somebody might have politely told us that I'm an idiot at the half, you know.
I mean, it was nice for him to be polite.
Schmelzer on third down, floating it out here, and it is caught, and Benitez is going to have a first down inside the 25-yard line. And for whatever Schmelzer lacked on that corner route to Jenkins on fourth down earlier, he made up for with a tremendous amount of touch there. But the one thing you didn't want to see in a situation like this is Benitez slow to get up, and that's what he is there.
Yeah, but he's on the field, looking good.
He's as tough as they come.
No worse for the wear here. You know, I mean, it's just the big move that they made is now you added a second way to get Benitez the ball. You know, before we his quarterback, there was only one way to get it to him. Now you got options.
New set of downs for the Cougs. And this is going to be Eubanks on a jet sweep. And he's going to be tracked down at the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 2.
And, you know, it's a solid run. He was able to find the seam, cut up, and get the yards that were available.
Yep.
All right, so scoring position here. Big series.
It remains Eubanks in the backfield. Schmelzer to throw. Out to his left, and that is complete. And it's going to be short of the first down by about 2 yards inside the 20-yard line to about the 16. Nice snag by Ethan McManus.
Yeah, got 2 downs here to get this first down. So I wouldn't be surprised if you kind of take a shot, you know, because you have 2 downs.
The difference in what Montgomery is able to do in the passing game with Schmelzer at quarterback is blatantly apparent in the mid-range pass game.
It's been an impressive showing for his first game.
Benitez is back in the game at quarterback, and he's going to throw, and he's got a man inside the 5. It is complete, and that's going to go for a Montgomery touchdown. How about that?
I mean, I was actually angry because there was someone out in the flat on the right was wide open.
I saw that too.
And I was like, throw it to the right, throw it to the right. And I was like, no, that's fine. That's fine.
It's the captain, Jalen McDaniel, on the receiving end from Benitez. And Montgomery increases the lead to 7. Muddle huddle.
I like the muddle huddle. I would like them to go for 2 right here, honestly.
I would not.
You make it a 2-score game.
I'm okay. No, you would not. Well, you know you would. It would be 7-9. You're right. I'm sorry. Benitez pumps the extra point through. So the lead is 8, 3:15 to go in the third quarter. The reason is not because of a 2-score game. That comment is indicative of a problem I feel like exists throughout the NFL and to a lesser extent college football. Points are precious. Just take points when points are available to you, because how many times do you see a team go for 2, miss it, then they have to go for 2 a second time and they miss it, and then they end up losing the game by 1?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like comparing high school and NFL is like in this situation.
There's 15 minutes left in this game.
Yeah, there's 15 minutes left in the game. They just did a terrific job moving the ball. Did they have any negative plays on that one? Right. So you're in a great position. You have great momentum. Right Now, if you get your team up by 2 scores with 15 minutes left in the game, it's going to be difficult for Franklin, who is, not been moving the ball. Like, they scored 13 points in 3 quarters essentially. Then you're in a position now where a win is even higher percentage.
Listen, you're not talking like completely out of your rear end here. I mean, I understand your point. I just disagree with it here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think he was expecting that.
Yeah.
I think you got facts and reason.
God.
I mean,
not used to that.
The NFL is really different. I mean, they have like percentage seats. You know what I mean? Like if I go for 2 here, what's going to happen? If
A couple of Franklin players run into each other at the 26. Ball's out, but Franklin is there to pounce on top of it. They got very lucky there, as it looked to be Isaiah Jackson who jumped on top of it for Franklin. And another injury, a couple of guys down, actually.
Which one are we talking about? We'll let him zoom out here. Get some space.
Can't tell. Is that Colin Diggin down from Montgomery? Is that a 50?
It's hard to say.
Yeah, it was tough.
50.
Yeah, Colin Diggin. And then also, it looks like we got a cramp situation for.
I think it was number 1.
I think it was a 4. Nathaniel Buck, possibly.
Possibly. But good news for Montgomery.
Yep.
He's up, walking to the sideline, feeling good. And working that cramp out. And I'm actually not surprised that I'm actually surprised that not more kids are on the ground with cramps today, because it's super humid and warm out for October. What is 7th, 8th?
Yeah, the 8th. So you think this is humid and warm? I think this is a beautiful fall day.
Did you go for a run today?
I did not.
Then you would have thought you would have thought it was humid and warm.
I hit the elliptical for an hour this morning before school.
Nice. In the AC.
That's right.
Smart.
Listen, right in front of Nino Spera. Let's take another look at it.
That was crazy.
Wow, what a catch.
Just want the viewers to know that I can't see the scoreboard on my screen, so if it's blocking the receiver, it's Pogue's fault.
Yeah.
Had to drop that in. Had to.
I'm just saying, I can't. It's on my screen. It's just a full.
I mean, God forbid we keep the receiver in the middle of the screen. You know what I mean? I'm just.
You walked into that one though, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was good. That was good camera work right there.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, but I disagree.
I feel like that was phenomenal.
Here's the handoff off the left side for Kasim Ashford. Gets about 4 or 5.
So momentum changing.
Clock still rolling, under 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Keith Glock, Tim Bartholomew, and Matt Pogue live from Franklin. We're in the MIRE, so are you, for better or worse. Welcome to high school football.
I'm glad you threw that in, because I'm sure people were thinking it, but we know too.
Oh, yeah. Self-aware over on this end. Ashford again in the backfield. And he will get it. Searching for room off the right side, and he is stacked up after maybe a yard out to the 32. So 3rd and 5 for Franklin, though this you have to think is a 4-down territory, right?
Absolutely. Benitez just involved in every play, though. You see, like he's the last one to get up off of that pile. That means he was probably the first one to make contact.
And you know what? That's what annoys me about sometimes, recruiting or drafting, is here comes the blitz. McManus tried to get home, and instead it's complete out to the left, and Benitez tracking down Babalola.
Touchdown saving tackle. Babalola again, man.
Babalola again, but Benitez again. And I guess that goes to the point. Let's watch it again. As you see, keep an eye on number 2. As he goes all the way out there, and from behind makes that tackle. That's a big play. But, he's not getting the college looks that he should be because his 40 time doesn't look, it's a 10th or a 10th and a half off. Ashford, again, looking for running room, and he's got a nice gain to the 6.
I mean, it also is the 5'9",
Yeah, but 40,
I don't care about that.
Yeah, 40 time, though, you say that, but who wants to put on pads and take the hit from him, though? I don't care how, fast or slow the 40 looks on paper. It's different when he's playing.
No, he's a big kid. He's strong, and he can deliver a hit. He plays really well. I mean, but numbers are numbers, and that's what college people look for.
Yeah, but you know what? When you see a kid making plays all over the field, and again, hello, thanks for making us look good on the commentary, Alex. Because how many more plays does this kid have to put on tape before somebody goes, you know what? Maybe that 4.6 40 that I want to be a 4.5 40, maybe we'll take him anyway. Because there's one thing that you can't measure out there, folks, and it's heart.
Yeah, he's got a ton of that. Ton of that.
He's got it in spades. We've played 3 quarters in Franklin. Let's take another quick look at this one.
The Sapansky thing had me rolling. I could not.
Let's see it. Keep an eye on the left side here. You got to hit slow. He's trying. He's trying so hard. My man, Sapansky.
It almost worked.
Oh, my God. We've come to the end of 3. Final 12 minutes coming up right after this. Let's see if Montgomery can hang on. You're caught in the mire. It's the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Welcome back to Franklin. Keith Glock, Tim Bartholomew, and Matt Pogue. We're getting set for the 4th quarter. Franklin's knocking on the door. They can get a first down.
2 big stops here. That's what they need. Let's go. They've done it before.
Whistle coming from the near side official.
Not ready yet.
Bruce Nocar's got them good to go now.
Just moving the ball to the center.
No, maybe they don't.
They're like, which hash were we on?
Officials just conferencing. I have to imagine might be about the spot of the ball.
They're like, no, we're on this hash. And he's like, no, we're on the other hash. Now, Montgomery's getting involved. We're like, no, we were back there.
Franklin coaching staff's looking for an explanation.
We'll cover it here. What hash were you on?
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. He's like, this is ridiculous. What? Just can we play?
Seriously. John Paskowski's like, can we just get this thing rolling? Echoing my sentiments.
He's like, what hash do you guys think we were on?
There's a firm decision. He's holding the ball
like,
where he's like, no, right here. This is it.
Anybody remember what yard line we were on?
There you go. I think we were on that too, actually. I should move that thing up.
Oh, jeez.
So Mattia has Kasim Ashford on his right. He's going to roll, look to throw. He zings it out there, and that is incomplete behind his intended target. That time he was looking for Xavier Henderson, who's doesn't have a catch yet today, and that brings up 4th down now, guys.
Nice. Like I said before, they've done some very good defensive stances near the goal line in the past here. This would go a very long way towards the win if we could stop them here.
Did you say defensive dances near the goal line?
Stances. I mean, if you want to,
Do you get like, was that like somebody being in a defensive stance, and then how does this work?
Yeah, it's
I think maybe they made a good stand.
Maybe I said stand. That's what I say. Stand.
We're the vocabulary police out here, folks.
Yeah.
Mattia on 4th down. He's got Ashford in the gun with him. He zings it to
Nice
the left
D.
and incomplete.
Great
knocked
defense.
away. Fantastic play from Davino, and Matt sends Franklin away with nothing on that drive. And you talk about the quarter break coming at a great time, right? I mean, they were really marching down the field, and just to have that natural break set Montgomery up.
They are at a different level when they're playing up against the end zone. They've numerous times been able to make that stop, and so great defensive stand.
Thank you.
And hopefully we can get the ball moving here.
Everybody's a critic.
Nice long sustained drive would be very, very nice.
It's funny, I was going to say this would be where I would take a shot. It'll be Benitez, though, and he is met at the line of scrimmage.
All right, now you take your shot.
See, now is the time I don't think you take a shot, because now I think you got to get some yardage on 2nd down so you make 3rd makeable there. You know what I mean?
Get yardage by taking a shot.
And then it's incomplete and you got to punt.
I don't get what you don't get. You take the shot, you get the yards.
Like, jeez.
Just throw it up. It's worked for Franklin. Motion man is McManus, and it'll be Benitez again off the left side. And Alex pushes a pile down to the 15. So he's got 6.
What's that put him for the day?
I don't know. I stopped counting after we got to 2,000.
Unbelievable.
That was a lot of work, man.
Tim, we already told you. The graphic said 2,000. All right?
Yeah. What if he would have got negative yards? What if he runs back 50 yards? Then we're going to...
Listen, when you start recruiting kids out of the graphic design class to come out here on location, then we can keep doing that, okay?
Sure. We can do whatever you want then. We'll make a suggestion box for you.
Maybe we should get him from the statistics class.
Nick Milo, Heather Palachuk, whatever if you're listening out there, which we know you're not, but, on the off chance.
Maybe somebody accidentally turned it on for him.
That's it.
Nah, you gotta find us. You're not gonna accidentally. Not on Channel 7.
Should be.
Yeah, we could be. Shouldn't be,
Oh,
but
yeah.
could be.
If you want to go to the circus, turn on the MIRE.
Well, 7 is where America's Funniest Home Videos used to be, so
Right?
I guess it fits.
Was there anything bad? Well, see, you weren't even born, I don't think, when the good America's Funniest Home Video, the Bob Saget version was
Bob
on.
Saget.
Ooh, I was toddling. I was toddling around.
Pooping in your diapers.
He was actually starred in one. He was one of those little toddlers that fell off his tricycle. It was awesome.
I was pitching in Little League.
Oh, go ahead.
I said I was pitching in Little League, coming home watching America's Funniest Home Videos. Pokes pooping in his diapers.
Listen, you have to give the age, or it just sounds bad. We're talking somewhere 3 to 5. All right.
I told somebody how old you were the other day, and they were like, "No way, he's not even 30."
I'm almost there.
You're not 30?
No,
You're
he's a baby.
You're an old soul.
Here's Benitez. He's finally got running room off the right side. A 1st down and much more. Alex still on his feet, out past midfield, and falls down inside the 45-yard line. But it's going to come back.
Down.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Where is this flag? No, I don't see it.
The flag is at the 15, so right at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if we can look at it and see where it is. Somebody all the way on the inside. I don't know how much impact that had on the play.
Probably very little.
He seemed to be past it already.
That's such a hard decision for an official to make. You see, you see something happen, and you're always trying to judge just how much impact did what just happened there had on the play, and there might have been that hold, but if it's on the complete other side of the line of scrimmage and had nothing to do with the play, you're often thinking about not throwing that flag. Because you could probably call holding on every single play.
Yeah.
So the hold negated a gain of 41 yards, and instead it's going to result in a punting situation with Montgomery backed up all the way with the heels up to the end zone.
Well, 10-15 left in the game, so got to get a good punt here.
And Benitez is still off the field, so it's going to be Jackson Bullock who's going to punt for Montgomery.
See how this goes.
First punt of the season for Bullock. Oh, real high, not real deep though. And another Franklin bounce. So, man, you talk about momentum changing there. One call and one holding penalty. The difference between Montgomery being in business on the plus side of the field and 2 plays later, Franklin starting with it at the 32 of Montgomery.
I hate to say it, but Tim's 2-point conversion comment is seeming somewhat relevant. I mean, not yet, but we're getting close.
Can we let them score a touchdown first before we talk about that?
I would prefer we didn't.
Good hell.
Yeah, I actually would just rather them not than Tim be wrong. That'd be better.
Yeah.
Goodness, Matt.
I think we
so
should stop.
Quick to criticize me.
What else would we do? Just have a normal conversation?
Well, we've never done that. We shouldn't start now.
No,
First and 10 for the Warriors. And here's Mattia. And he's going to look deep again, up the left side. And another great play out there by Davino.
He's playing very well out there.
He was with Mashoud Babalola every step of the way that time. And he went over the top and knocked that one down.
You know what? He's doing a great job, though, because he's made both of those last plays from behind the receiver. And he's done a great job being able to make the play without initiating contact and getting the pass interference. So
yeah, it's hard. It's hard not to hold the waist as you try and get over the top of the shoulder.
Exactly, or go through the receiver to get the ball. So excellent job by Davino.
Well, he's a pretty athletic kid. He's got some ups, and it always helps when you can jump, and you don't need to try to do that. A great job by Montgomery to sniff that out. That was going to be a shovel pass to Kasim Ashford, and the Cougs had it snuffed out right from the beginning. Look at it again. You're going to watch as Mattia rolls to his right here in a second. You'll see that he wants to give this to Ashford there, and he couldn't do it.
Yeah, he was met by Brandon Fury, so I wish, he probably wishes he just pitched it at this point.
Yeah. He is so big. We took our life in our hands on Monday, making fun of him with him sitting next. I mean, Timmy, we bashed him for like a full 90 minutes. It was bad.
He's a teddy bear.
Mattia, and again another great defensive play. Fantastic job on the outside, and that time it was Charlie Post.
I mean, defensively, they are doing a great job in the second half, being able to close on the ball, get to it, and stop the passing game. That was very effective in the first half.
Well, you see the way the approach defensively is. We are not going to let these guys get behind us at this point because, let's be serious.
That's how you score touchdowns.
Yeah, we've given up big chunk plays, and we're not going to allow that anymore. Montgomery's going to rush only 3 guys on this play. Now here comes a blitz off the right side. Mattia's going to throw up down the left side, and that is just a little too tall. And again, he was looking for Babalola. Great coverage again out there by Davino, and only so many times you can go to the well, but another turnover on downs.
So lucked out on that one. Got some better field position than we were last time. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, and plenty of time off the clock, too.
Yeah, we're down to 8:43. Just got to hold on tight.
Both these teams, as we talked about, in search of their first win of the season. And this has been a pretty entertaining ball game. Mike Schmelzer making his Cougar debut. A Montgomery kid transferred to Notre Dame for freshman year, and he's back, and he'll hand to Benitez. Alex looking for running room, cutting it back. Little face mask there, see if they call that. And he's dragging guys to the 46-yard line. He's got a first down. I don't know if anybody threw a flag that I could see, but if you watch it again, you'll see right there. Benitez gets the face mask grabbed.
Yeah, I mean, when you see a player running and then he's just looking backwards
Yeah.
for some reason, what were you looking at? Oh, I didn't want to look that way.
It's unnatural, the movement, but
Pogue, you guys are going heavy on the instant replay today. Pogue, you're doing a great job pulling them up.
Well, thank you, Tim.
listen,
yeah, wow.
what's going on?
This is
here?
a cordial day. What
I don't
is
like
happening?
this. I don't like this.
Yeah.
They found they heard
They found
you.
the face
They
mask?
found the face mask. No, I'm sorry. I should have zoomed out and see what he's saying.
Illegal substitution is the call against Montgomery. And you'd have to think that was because they had 12 guys in the huddle.
They don't like that?
Not to my knowledge.
No, I don't think so.
I think that's illegal. So 4 steps forward and a half step back after the long run by Benitez.
We got man coverage one-on-one up top.
Let's see if Schmelzer looks that way. He's going to hand to Benitez. Great block on the edge, and Alex is going to get free up the left side, but another flag. And I think they're going to get Eubanks on a hold. What I thought was a good block turned into a hold.
So big play, penalty. Big play,
Yep.
penalty.
So the proverbial dart to the foot on back-to-back plays.
I mean, the good news is the clock is ticking.
That is definitely true. Schmelzer looking deep, throwing up the left side, and that one is too tall out there in front of Ethan McManus. He had one-on-one coverage, but it was well done.
Yeah, it was good coverage, and the ball was just a little bit out of his reach.
Xavier Henderson, the 5'9" sophomore, was stride for with McManus up the left side.
I like it, though. We haven't seen that play very often in the last 4 games, you know? So
Yeah.
now they're getting a chance. The offensive line is doing a good job providing protection for Schmelzer.
Michael will throw. Complete. And McManus will stay inbounds.
Keep the clock rolling. That's good.
Looked like there was a little more forward progress than that.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. It's
Third down.
long third down.
If it's 4th and 2 after this play, I'm going to be very upset with you. Just want you to know that.
They had turned it from third down already, so I thought that was third down. So I thought it was going to a punt.
Yeah. Benitez will widen out into the slot to the left of Schmelzer. And Mike steps up in the pocket, and he's going to pull it down. He wants to run, cuts up field, and a shoestring tackle made by Franklin at the 42-yard line. So good job by Schmelzer getting something there.
Yeah, it's the right decision. If you don't see it, tuck it, run, keep the clock moving. You can punt, play field position.
Yeah, and that's what the one thing I really like about him is that he's made a lot of great decisions in situations where maybe a novice quarterback would throw or try to force something. He's tucked it and either took the sack or in that case was able to make get us a few-yard gain.
And timeout. Another Millich special teams timeout there, baby.
That's right. Let's get. Well,
Did we have enough guys on the field? Can you back that up? Do you have that on replay? Is that a thing?
Hold on.
Can you look?
oh, somebody's coming
Let's
off
see.
the field, so. Oh, and they're replacing.
Let's see. See if we can count those up.
Is this saying that? I don't know if this is it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You might have to go forward a little bit here, Pug, and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we had 9 guys on the field. Okay, that was it. I take it back, Z. That was a good timeout.
Great timeout.
Might not have been able to block that one.
Oh, man. I know there's 2 people that aren't looking forward to film tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh. That's tough to have to be able to use the timeout there in that situation. And Bullock gets the punt off after muffing the snap. And McDaniel is going to down it.
I mean, that's actually a great play by Bullock. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as ugly and as how it didn't turn out what we wanted, just to be able to kick the ball and get it away, you know, and not take a huge loss. He saved the team 10, 12 yards.
Yeah, he had to sacrifice getting pulled down and just
Yeah.
hoping his foot connected.
Jackson, you're going to get annihilated on this play, but don't worry about it. See if you can get a toe on it. That'd be great.
Oh, man.
The life of a punter is not a glamorous one.
Well, to push back, just catch it the first time, and we'll, you know. I mean, we kind of overlooked that part a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Some of my favorite players are punters. Who's the guy from Barstool Sports? He's hilarious. I think he played for New England. Maybe he was a kid. Maybe he was just a. He was
Pat McAfee, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, McAfee.
Oh, yeah, he was a kicker.
Yeah,
No, he's a punter. You're right,
Yeah.
he was a punter.
I loved McAfee. I loved, I don't know, you remember Turk from Washington Redskins?
Sure.
Yeah, man.
Matt Turk.
Matt Turk, he was a man. I love watching, like, McAfee, like, he has, like, a little highlight reel of him hitting people. Like, he'll play.
Got a scoreboard issue here. See if we can do that. Poke, you want to try to help this guy out here? I'll mute Pogue a little bit and see if he wants to.
Come on, Pogue, come to the rescue.
Oh, it's just it's fading in and out. It looks like getting scoreboard data. It's just that it looks like there's nothing on the scoreboard at the moment, but it like flickers and Franklin 8 still sending information to our. It's not that. That's still getting information from that. So the scoreboard is still working. It's just fading.
Well, has faded.
What did you say that you thought it was, Pogue?
That seems like a light bulb issue.
Nah, but all of them at the same time fading in and out of the exact. There you go.
It just takes one light bulb.
Sometimes, listen, you take the Nintendo cartridge out, you blow in it, and then
That's right.
and then it resets itself.
That's all they had to do.
No, we didn't. Now it's back out again.
Whoop.
It was back
No,
for that. Wait, now it's
No,
now
it's
it's back.
It's back.
You're not allowed to not lean on that table. No.
Oh.
Keep leaning on that table. I swear to God, that's the thing. Every time you lean on the table, it stays on. Welcome to Behind the Scenes at the MIRE. Here's a handoff,
Oh, shoot.
and that's going to be stacked up just past midfield.
Why didn't anyone tell me that's what we were doing?
Sorry, Tim.
Let's go, man. This is a team.
Tim, this is a video game, Tim.
Yeah. I was concentrating on the score.
Kasim Ashford had a carry off the right side that it went for only about 2 yards. We were back to doing MIRE radio on that one.
There you go. I think you fixed it.
Magically, the scoreboard is functioning again.
It's no fun when you don't know what happened and then it works again. Not good.
No, that's the story of our lives. Mattia brings it down and throws a lofting ball up the right sideline, and that one was in and out of the hands. That time again from Nassan Colson, And that had big gainer written all over it.
I mean, yet again, though, good coverage by Montgomery. He has two guys right there. Made it more difficult for him to try to make that catch.
Cougs getting a break on that one. It'll bring up third down. This is just a one-score game. I told you they should have went for 2 in the third quarter.
Oh, man, that's solid.
If this game ends with a failed 2-point conversion and Montgomery wins, Tim gets to, oh boy, weeks of bringing that up.
Remember that time? I don't think it is. I think we're going to keep him out of the end zone for the rest of the game. So,
3rd down and 8. Mattia stepping up, throwing, and it's incomplete over the middle. Great pressure applied by the Cougs. Gaddetti was back there.
just doing work.
So it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, and it's their defensive backs. It's been impressive because you're going to assume that this week's been was a lot about, you know, stepping up to come and close in on the run, and they've just been doing way more coverage than they probably anticipated.
Let's see what Franklin's got. This is the biggest play of the game for the Warriors.
They're going for it.
They need 8. Mattia, and it's a pooch kick.
Surprise punt.
Get away from that thing.
What?
Now that's actually a smart play. I'll explain it to you in a moment.
Oh, because it's down.
Now, I don't know why you would slide in there to try to get the ball after that.
No.
Usually, for those of you who don't know what just happened there, we had a Franklin player touch the ball, and once the punting team touches it like that, it can't be a fumble on the return team. So, you know, that's why a lot of the time you see if a ball bounces off of the kicking team on a punt that the receiving team will just run in and make a very dangerous play like they did there. And, because it's kind of like a free play if somebody jumps offside, and
Sure.
you can take that shot. So now Montgomery's job is to keep the clock rolling and get a first down or 2. Here's Benitez. He thought about taking it to the edge, but instead cut it back upfield and gets himself about 3.
It's all right. Clock moving.
You probably can take this one down.
2 minutes.
Probably not quite. You can get it under 3, I think. But we'll see. 2nd down and 7.
Sweet. Nope.
Schmelzer will give to Alex. And Benitez, they try to drag him down by the back of the jersey. That doesn't work, so he'll get 2. And it'll bring up 3rd down. 2 timeouts left 3 timeouts for Franklin. 2 left for Montgomery, so...
Is the clock stopped? Why is the clock
looks like Franklin might have just taken one. Yep, timeout for Franklin. So I was going to say, maybe if you get a 3rd down stop, if you're Franklin, you stop the clock. But head coach John Pastkowski has elected to use his first timeout there after 2nd down. Do you dare throw this on 3rd down, guys?
I mean, I wouldn't, but then again, I would.
Clock just went out on us again here. But again, it's not out. It's just not visible. No real rhyme or reason for why that's happening there, other than so it is a wireless scoreboard. So
Poe, get up there with a ladder, man. You go change those light bulbs. One of them's out.
stick your finger in the light socket and come over and touch the other side of the
It's like
scoreboard.
my,
You only have to learn that lesson twice, all right? Only twice.
It's like my Christmas lights. Come on.
Let's see if Montgomery keeps it on the ground here or they throw it. They are going to throw. Schmelzer looks, and it's dropped. A first down completion right in the chest, and Ethan McManus saw it go through his hands.
Oh, that's tough.
Oh, that would have moved the
Tough one.
chains.
That's all right. It's all right. We need to get a good punt now. We got Alex back there kicking again, so hopefully we can get pin him back a little deeper than we have in the last 2 punts.
My goodness.
What's your clock say there, Pogue?
I got 348.
That says 3:53. It's interesting.
Benitez gets away a good one, and it's fielded just shy of midfield, but covered very nicely by the Cougs.
So that's good. That's good field position right there. Sorry, I was getting distracted by everything that's going on, the flickering scoreboard and.
Ethan McManus there to make the tackle.
So what do you think as Franklin? Do you stick with a mixture of ground attack, pass attack, or do you start throwing a little bit more than you have been?
I think you do whatever you have to keep them off balance.
So keep it mixed up.
Let's see what they come up with. Mattia is going to throw a screen. Ashford's got it with some room. He gets to the outside, and yet he is still somehow bottled up after a gain of 8.
Flag in the secondary.
Let's see if maybe somebody got downfield too soon.
Started, I mean, maybe holding.
It is a hold against Franklin.
So nice break for Montgomery right there.
Yeah.
And negates all that. Negates the whole game. Ends up with a loss of 2 on the play. But they keep the down.
Whatever, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, that's great because it takes, the yards right now are super important. So.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anytime you're going backwards and taking time off the clock,
yeah.
That's a victory for Montgomery.
How's it's on ours though?
Yeah, 3:18
okay,
to go,
Sweet.
and counting now. We're under 3:10. Mattia will throw, and it's incomplete, short of his target, Gabriel Lynch.
And another thing that penalty has done is it's almost forced them to throw.
Yep.
Is that they don't want to run the ball as much anymore.
I guess I'm always thinking that. You're in times when they're expecting you to run, can you throw? In times when they're expecting you to throw, can you, pop off a 12-yard gain, on the ground?
Yeah, if they had that play, they probably would have used it many a times.
So, I think it's always that way at every level, though, too. Can you confuse them with personnel groupings, with formations? It's kind of how this whole thing goes.
Yeah.
4 wide and now a motion man. And they're going to throw a trickeration play, but it's going to get – no, I was going to say stopped in the backfield. It was initially – and
the flag's on Franklin.
I would have to say that got upset because give him a little mush. I wouldn't go punch. I don't know that that's a – I don't think that's a punch. I think it's certainly a foul.
A shove gone awry, possibly.
Broke the tackle.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, now he got swallowed up again. Oh, man. This game is hard.
And you see, well, I don't know if you see, because I'm looking at it through that was his first, but doing the, probably the right thing disciplinary-wise and
Takes
giving him a – and another great play.
Fantastic.
Fireworks in the distance, possibly a little premature.
And there's 2:23 left. You're pushed back. 2:23 left.
I wouldn't have him back there. Get out of the way. Having Guidetti straight up in the air next to him. I don't know if you went back. Guidetti comes screaming down the field.
Now you just ground and pound.
Bleed clock. 2 timeouts for Franklin, so it'll be Eubanks on some Mr. Though you would have loved to have seen him slide out of bounds. And the linebackers got funneled inside and Eubanks bounced. You want to feel like, especially with the type of offense Montgomery runs, like, you know what I want on this play? I want naked bootleg. I want just play action and just Schmelzer roll out to his left, and it's either going to be a first down or a touchdown. And I would tell Schmelzer, I know you want to. It's either going to be that or he's going to get sacked, and whatever. The clock still moves then.
I don't know that I want a naked bootleg.
I do, 100%. Let me have it, Cardi.
I don't want him to
Get for a touchdown. This is the greatest moment. Mike Schmelzer, welcome back to Montgomery, and he puts.
I'm just going to run in the end zone.
Yeah, let's go get these 6 real quick.
Who texted you?
I swear.
Yeah.
Those are the types
Because everyone went with
linebackers not doing what they're supposed to, and the rest of us do, with the exception of Glock. Yeah, that's a Tony Romo moment.
You know,
Or the butt fumble. So you know.
the butt fumble was Mark Sanchez,
Oh,
bro.
yeah,
Come
it was
on.
Mark
Oh,
Sanchez.
feel bad for Tony Romo.
You feel bad for Tony Romo.
Good for that,
I
yeah.
think he's doing all right.
Kick returned out to the 40-yard line. 90 seconds to a back injury, though.
Oh,
Might,
yeah. That is rough.
Want to be able to go to sleep at night.
I'm sure he's got some stuff going on that helps him sleep at night.
yeah. I'm sure he's all right. He's all right.
Doing okay.
Yeah, he likes what he's doing.
It's incredible.
You know?
And the knowledge it's there. And, and then he enjoys
He actually
it.
sounds like he's good at what he's doing.
Two guys right next to each other as Corey Charles and Nassan Colson.
Really well defensively.
I think the chased by McManus, and that one's incomplete.
3rd down. MIRE Nation can see the clock.
Again, pressured, stepping up, throwing, incomplete on air.
Oh, that's a good
That's
teammate. Nice. 4th down.
Franklin, we're being far too nice to each other.
Yeah,
At home, are gonna. You got to love that for these kids.
Yeah. It's almost like the student section knows that I was on them.
4th down, coming to stick the. No, they're not. Well, no, it's not. I'll tell you right now, where we'll make whether it was or it wasn't that whatsoever. Matia's going to get sacked back at the 40.
Offensively, obviously, did a fantastic.
Next week is Scotch Plains Fanwood, if I'm not mistaken.
There you go. Start our win streak. There we go.
So the opportunities for Franklin dwindle.
Cougars getting their first W.
Gotta love that. Got to love that. I love that we're at home the rest of the way.
It's a very nice.
I love that we're going to get a first win. Here's a throw and a completion. And that is going to be Nassan Colson, who's going to get dropped shy of midfield. And that is going to do it. Final seconds tick away on this one, and Montgomery has picked up its first win of the season, 28-13.
Great game.
The debut at quarterback for Mike Schmelzer could not have gone any better. Alex Benitez eclipsed the 2,000-yard mark as a rusher. Cougs tick one off in the win column for the first time this season. And we shockingly did a broadcast that didn't stink.
Well, yeah,
understanding that that's beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
That's what I was kind of waiting to hear.
Maybe it didn't stink.
Who's judging?
Yeah.
I mean,
Listen,
Tim's wife loves us, so
Yeah.
that says a lot.
You're going to be, I apologize if this sets off like a rampant video game playing spree from Timmy at home.
Yeah.
It's like, nope. Listen, whatever you got to do to get better, man. I'm working on my days off.
I think the Mire needs to get me a PlayStation 5.
Can anybody get a PlayStation
No.
5? I don't even think that's a thing.
No.
The Mire can do anything.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Oh.
Mire
Well,
can try to do anything.
what we can do here is put a bow on this one as the Cougars pay homage to its band and fans as they do every game, win or lose. As you get a look at that here, and we'll tell you that as Montgomery does that, this was a production of the Mire. It's the sole property of the Montgomery Internet Radio Experience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or recount of this one without the express consent of the Mire is strictly prohibited. Cougars 28, Franklin 13, a road dub for the Cougs. For Matt Pogue and Tim Bartholomew, I'm Keith Glock. Thank you for watching.